Hello and welcome back to another video from GT Sport Mates. So, Monday, which only means one thing, the new daily races are upon us. What are they? Well, we have three, as usual. We've got a 1 make at Laguna Seca, a GR3 at Interlagos and a GR4 at Monza. Well, we're going to start with number 1. It's the 1 make in the MAZDA ROADSTER N200 car. Not particularly a great car, and to be honest with you, not particularly a great track. I don't like this track as much as some of the other tracks, but there is some parts of this track which are quite rewarding. So jumping straight in, as you see now, to the quali. Now, I didn't have much time, as you can see, they're just counting down the middle of the screen. Not much time at all to do many laps, and ironically enough, my very first lap was my fastest quali lap. After that, things just started to get silly, as I was pushing the boundaries a little bit too much and constantly losing time. So this is the fastest lap I could do in the very quick time limit that I had, and as you can see, it's not particularly graceful, going very wide there at turn 2, and then turn 3 here, very difficult to get right, and I suspect that corner will be tricky throughout some of the races when there's a lot more hassle going on. Coming down now towards turn number 5, and as you can see, we're going to go through the yellow markings there, which basically means if you get a penalty, this is where you'll serve that penalty, which in essence actually could be a good thing because it's a very small piece of track that, so even if you have to serve a penalty, you're not necessarily going to lose too much time because everybody will be braking for the corner anyway. Up now to the best part of the track, by a long way as well actually, the corkscrew. Very, very difficult, very tricky to get right, especially in a race when people are shoving and pushing. As you can see here, doing a decent job, dropping down, getting the car planted, and then getting on the gas as quickly as I can to come down towards turn 9, which you can't really take it flat out in this car if you just got to lift a little bit. And same here with turn number 10, you've got to lift. I hit the sausage there on the right side. You really want to try and avoid those, otherwise you can't go absolutely flying. And again, the sausage here, the big red one, as you can see, they're just about missing it, which is very crucial because you don't want to hit that because you will end up in the gravel. Coming across now, as you can see, and we're going to set our time at 1:39.9. Is that good? No idea. But we're going to find out now as we go into race number 1. Where was that good enough for us to start? As you can see, busy lobby. There are 12 cars, and we're starting all the way down in 9th place. So a 1:39.9 was not very good at all. And as you can see, I don't know why, my reverse lights are on. I'm in reverse and I don't know why. Luckily, I see that just before the start of the race and managed to get back into first gear. Getting the car off the line, not the best start. As you can see there, I went from 9th to 10th pretty much instantaneously. But that can all change as we come down now to turn number 2, which is a very difficult turn to get right, especially when there's so many cars. But it looks like we're going to pick up a couple of positions here as some of the cars start fighting through the corners. We're now up into 8th place as we come to turn number 3. And we're just going to get a little tap there from the Frenchman in the silver car, which is going to send me into yellow Mazda. Now, normally I'd give a position back. If I've hit somebody and sent them off track, I will give the position back. But that I felt that wasn't my fault. I got a little bit of a push there. And it was more of a domino effect. So it wasn't actually my fault, so I felt like I could live with that, not giving that position back. Much like the guy in 4th who caused it, managed to somehow swindle his way up all the way up into 4th place. Well, we don't know if anything's going to happen, where he's going to finish, but as we come across around turn number 6 there, just getting pushed wide by the guy in 7th. It seems to be it's going to be one of them races. People are not going to want to race cleanly, they're going to try and push. Looking for the move around the outside at the corkscrew, just about holding on there, and the guy in 7th coming back very quickly, and it looks like he's given, well actually there you go, he's got a little bit of a penalty there. I don't know if he got that for pushing me, contact with me, I'm not sure, or if he went across the track limits, I'm not sure. But that's not for us to worry about as we come down now to the last corner, turn number 11. Lots of problems it seems up ahead as all the cars are very slow out of that corner, and we're going to tuck in now behind 5th place as we come down through the start finish line to start lap number 2. A little bit of pushing going on here, and just check out the guy who just gone past in the red Mazda. Just keep an eye on him. We're going to come down, we've got the inside line, and he's just going to push us completely wide into the Frenchman, who, ironically enough, the last lap pushed me wide into somebody else as well. So it seems to be just one of them races. But the guy here in fourth, the Italian in the red Mazda, wasn't exactly the cleanest of races, and you'll see why not as the race goes on. We're on turn 4 now, almost going too far over onto the sand. We're just about clipping it and managing to hold on. You don't want to run wide there because it will just suck you straight off the track. This corner here, now you can see straight away the Frenchman is right behind me. I was losing so much time there. That's turn number 5. I couldn't figure out how to get around it any quicker, and the Frenchman is just going to come ploughing up down the side of us. We've got nothing we can do there. I'm just going to meet the wall head on and drop down to 8th place, potentially 9th if the guy in 9th can come past. He is going to do, and we're going to try and go around the outside again just to keep that position, and it looks like we just about managed to do that, which actually I was pleased about that move. Actually, I was very pleased. But more tussling going on as you can see the Italian taking flight and taking the German out, which is opening up the door for us to go through into 5th as we go around turn number 10. I don't think the Germans will be very happy with that at all. Last corner again, trying our hardest to avoid sausage and just getting smashed once more by the Italian, who now just drives off again. Clearly this guy doesn't care about sportsmanship. He's just trying to get around the track and get as high up the ranks as he can. Doesn't care who he takes out in the process, but we're going to sit behind the guy in 6th now and use his slipstream to hopefully catapult us down. Now the door opener, as we go for the move, the Brit in 6th tried to close the door, just didn't do it on time, and we sneak up into 6th place. Up now to turn number 3, very difficult turn this, very easy to get wrong. As I almost do there, you can see, and again the guys behind us running very wide. Very easy done, very easy done there. It's a very slidey track, and here just about again holding on to that whatever grip I actually had left there. I don't know how that one actually managed to stay on the track. But again, this corner losing so much speed. Just look how much faster they are. I need to figure out why. Where am I going wrong in that corner? Turn number 5. Where am I going wrong? Because I'm losing so much speed there. And I reckon if I can nail that corner, I'll probably do a lot better in the race. As we're going to drop down now to 7th, as the Brit in 6th got a very good run out of turn number 6. We're trying again around the outside and going over the corner there. Are we going to get a penalty for that? I think we might just about get one. And there it is. Yeah, getting a penalty for the trouble of trying to overtake round the corkscrew. I'd love to make that move stick, but very difficult to do, and I'm going to get myself slapped with a half-second penalty, as you can see, which I now have to serve on the last lap. Now, as you can see, there's a bit more dirty driving going on there between the two cars, and what's going to promote us up into 4th place, and we need to pull away a little bit now because, as I said, we've got this half a second penalty to serve, and we don't really want to be anywhere near other cars as we're doing that because they'll just overtake us. So trying to do as best as we can now through this turn here. This is turn number 2. Trying to pull away a little bit. Now I think the guys ahead are just out of range at this point, even without the penalty. If they drive cleanly and well, I'm not catching them from this point to the end of the race. But we can always try and pull away from the guys behind. As you can see now, we're just going to have a quick glance back. So yeah, got a good gap there. I don't know what happened actually. They seem to have dropped off quite badly, but we've already served the penalty. Coming around turn number 5 now, climbing up the hill towards turn number 6, and I think this is going to be where we're finishing on this race. In this race, should I say, not on this race, in this race, in 4th place. But even if so, I still think that's been a fantastic result considering where we started. Up now towards the corkscrew, up the Rahal Straight, I think it's called that. I could be wrong. Please let me know if I am. Very gingerly, as you can see, going around the corkscrew. Really don't want to get another penalty here because that would just it would do my head in actually if I was to make the same mistake twice. But we're doing a decent job here. Coming down now towards turn 10, trying to avoid that sausage, as you can see, getting a decent run there down towards the last corner. And we have got a bit of a gap now, so we're just going to take our time around the last corner. We don't want to do anything silly, go sliding off or spinning, just taking our time. There's the gap. We've done well, pulled away, and we're going to come across the line now on the final lap in P4 for us here at race 1 at Laguna Seca, and I think, considering we started in 9th place and I almost started in reverse as well, don't forget, I think we've done very well there, and especially with the fact that we had the penalty as well. Only half a second, yeah, but still it's a penalty, you know, you've got to serve it. And we still managed to climb up 5 positions, so not bad for race number 1. Can we do better? Well, let's find out as we're going to start in 8th place. That's right, we have improved by the very littlest as possible. We've gone up 1 position and then instantly lost it and dropped down to 11th. Just can't get this car off the line, I really can't. But starting away from the back, so the only thing really is to go up, isn't there? We can't get any worse. And it looks like we're going to take a couple of positions straight away at turn number 2 there, as the fighting already has begun between all the cars. That is actually kind of a good point to starting at the back, because all the fighting is going to go on ahead of you, and then you can just try and avoid it. As the guy in 6th are getting a little bit sideways, we're just going to give him a wide berth and come round here, turn number 4, as he almost runs wide there. There wasn't any contact, and you can see I don't get a penalty. I did go back and check, there was no contact. He just gave himself a pretty bad line through that corner. Going round now, turn 10 to turn 11, and it looks like we might be able to pick up a position here, as the it's actually the red man. I honestly thought it was going to be the Brit in 4th who was going to go wide there, dirty tyres, but it wasn't. It was the other guy, and that's going to promote us up into 5th place on lap number 2. Jumping ahead a little bit now as we climb the hill towards the corkscrew, looking to make a move on the French, into the corkscrew. Now this is a very difficult move. Are we going to be able to pull it off? Coming around and across the front, and no is the answer. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what I was thinking. I can be completely honest with you, but I really want to make that move stick. I'm just going to keep going for it. But yeah, that's going to drop us back down into 5th place. If I'd have just stuck behind him and let him take the corkscrew, I could have probably overtook me here. But we're going to go up position, as you saw somebody flying off track there, getting reset behind us, and then quitting out the race. That doesn't bother us. We're up to P4, and we will take that all day. Jumping ahead once again, lap number 3. Going through the corkscrew, still behind the Frenchman in 3rd place. Going purple, so we're so far setting a faster time than anyone, hitting that sausage, which does not help whatsoever. Braking hard into turn number 10, just about missing that sausage on the inside curve there. And we're getting very close to the Frenchman as we come around the last corner on the penultimate lap to start lap number 4. Just messed up my exit a little bit there. I could have potentially had him here, but I just ran a little bit wide and lost the grip, and I have to settle back in behind him. But it's the final lap. Let's see if we can end up on the board, on the podium in race number 2, around turn number 2 here. Seeing if we can get the cutback. Not quite close enough to make that effective, but we're gonna hassle him now as much as we can without actually hitting him. We're gonna make him think about where we are, not where he needs to be, and he's gonna run wide there, and we almost run wide with him, but that we just about hold on and go ahead up into 3rd place. And all we've got to do now is drive well, and hopefully we will be on the podium for a P3, which will be an improvement from race number 1. Still losing time in this corner though. I still haven't figured out why I am so slow for this corner. I need to work it out. I really do need to work it out, but it might be for nothing, as we might still, like I said, come on in a P3, which is always a good start. Cutting the corner there. I thought that was perfectly fine, and then I get slapped with a 1 second penalty, which is so annoying because I honestly felt that was perfectly fine. Let me know what you think. Was that a harsh penalty, 1 second for cutting? Did I cut it too much? I don't know. You let me know what you think in the comments. But we are now going to obviously lose P2 unless the Frenchman behind us just decides he doesn't like the track and finds himself driving off into the sand, but I highly doubt he will. All he has to do now is sit behind me, and he will take P2 away from us due to the penalty. Around the last corner now, onto the home straight one more time. And yeah, so we can't get rid of the penalty because we're not going to hit the zone to get rid of it. And we're going to lose P2. Little flash there because it was a decent race and I thought, why not? Plus pop-up headlights. Who doesn't like pop-up headlights? But that's race number 2. We started in 8th, instantly dropped down to 11th. And then climbed our way back up and set the fastest time and finished in 3rd. Annoyingly 3rd. Should have been 2nd. My stupid fault going across that curve. But I don't like giving up. And as you know, we'll always try and get the win. We always try and do 3 races. And here we go. And as you can see, on pole position. That's right, I managed to improve my time to a 1:38.2. So I can't remember what my initial time was. I have no idea, I can't remember. But we've improved and we find ourselves in pole place. But will the start of this race be like the other two where I just instantly lose positions? I hope not, as we are about to set off. The only thing I'm worried about being out in first is, again, turn number 2, because technically this little bend we've just got to remember is turn 1. I don't know why that's classed as a turn, but that is turn 1. This hairpin here is turn 2, and I'm just a little bit worried what's going to happen because I'm out in front. Is anything horrible going to happen? Are we going to get spun or crashed out? Not spun, but the German in second is just going to barge his way through, almost pushing us wide into the sandpit there. But we just about hold on, and we're going to have to settle in right behind him because, like I said, he just barged his way through. He wasn't taking no for an answer there. As we come round turn number 4, getting very sideways, going off. Very, very lucky that I didn't spin it, I'll be honest. But that's going to put me right under pressure now. As you can see, the Frenchman in third coming down the inside. Now, I figured this corner out a little bit better in my quali. As you can see, I did a faster time in quali. The problem I had in that corner, I was dropping down too many gears. I was going into second gear, and you really don't have to. You can stick it in third and you'll grip all the way around as we get a decent exit there, turn number 6, where we got the penalty last race, and go from third to second up towards the corkscrew, closing down the German in the process. Hopefully not going to get any stupid penalty through the corkscrew, because we had one there as well, because we just want to now concentrate on the guy ahead. Can we reel him in? Can we get that position back? I'm not going to take it by force like he did. I'm going to try and take it properly. If he decides he just doesn't like the track and wants to spin out, I'll gladly welcome that as well. But I'm going to try and beat him properly on the track without any contact, as we get a decent exit there, turn number 11, and we're going to tuck right in behind him, down past the start-finish line to start lap number 2. Down now towards turn number 2. Can we make a move around the outside? I'm thinking about it, but he might be able to defend this quite well, because it's a very narrow corner, this. The track isn't very wide at all, and he does very well. It manages to defend that very well there. And then I'm just going to sit back and hopefully not make any mistakes as we go through turn number 3. There's a very difficult turn. And then here, turn number 4, where on the first lap I went off. Hopefully not doing it. Again, hitting that sausage, but luckily just sticking on the track enough to not get pulled off into the sand. Again now, it's keeping it in third gear here, just riding all the way out in third gear. No need to drop it into second, and look at the speed difference there now as we climb this hill up towards turn number 6. So much better. I don't know why I didn't think of it. I don't know why I didn't even try it, but it was just something in the quality that made me think, can we do it in third? And then I realised that's where I'm losing all the speed. As we come up now to the corkscrew. Thought about the move. I did think about it, but no, I know better. Let's try and just stick with him, pull away from the guy in third, and then make our move. As we both go across the corner, flirting with the lines as well. We're very lucky. Now, he got a penalty there. I didn't. So I'm very confused, because it looked like we both went across that corner in the exact same spot. The only thing I can think of was maybe it was the corner before, as he runs wide there on turn 11, and we're going to go up into P1. So we've done him on the track. We didn't push him wide. We took it back properly, and we're now on lap number 3. 2 laps to go with a German behind us who will have to serve a penalty this lap, which might help us to just open up that gap a little bit more, because that's what we want. We want to open the gap up, and that will just give us a little bit more time to do some of these corners properly. Through turn number 3 now, doing it actually probably the best I've done through turn number 3, and now turn number 4 as we approach it. Missing the apex quite badly there, but as you can see I didn't run wide either, because I just lifted ever so slightly to make sure I didn't do anything silly, because I knew the German was going to have to serve his penalty right there, and that will bring in the Frenchman. Is it Frenchman? Sorry, no, I'm not too sure. Sorry, the guy in third is going to bring him in anyway, and now the German can't concentrate so much on me as defending his position. That's going to give us a little bit more time as well to pull away. As you can see, the gap already opening up a little bit there now as we come up the hill to the corkscrew. Now there's been a change behind us. As you can see, the German has dropped down into third place, but as we know, he's got no problem with taking a position by force. Will he try it again? I don't know. We'll have to see as the race goes on. As we drop down now, coming around, hitting that curve quite badly, but luckily not destabilizing the car too much. As we come around turn number 10, down past the pit entrance, up to turn number 11. Now, we're on the third lap. Coming around onto the home straight now to start the final lap. We have a decent gap between us and the flying car behind us. I don't know what happened there or why bunny happened, but he did, and I'm not sure why. But ignoring that, we are now going to see if not only can we keep this position, can we set fastest lap? That's always something good to aim for as well. Let's see if we can do it. We've got clean open air in front of us, and we don't really have to worry about any dive bombs because they are a little bit too far back. Turn number 3, they're getting that over and done with. Probably, now that is probably my best one actually. I said that the last lap, but that one though was probably my best time around that corner. And then turn number 4, just clipping that curb. And you can see the guy behind is going off track there, and he probably hit the curb as well. But I managed to just about keep it on the track as we come down now to turn number 5 in third gear, keeping the powering through all the way up the hill towards turn 6. We do not want to get a penalty as the German behind goes flying off the track. What happened there? He was behind. I don't think there was any. I think he just managed to catch the curb wrong and he spun. As you can see on the left, he's gone from 3rd to 8th place. Now, I know he pushed us out of the way on the first lap to get the position. But, you know, it's horrible to see someone race so well after that and then have to just plummet down the field on the last lap. That is a shame. But anyway, we went purple, as you can see. So far on track to set the fastest lap as we come around turn number 10. Doing a decent job there, using as much of the road as we possibly can. Up to the last corner. We're going to take our time. We don't want to do anything stupid here. Don't want to spin it, as very easily can be done there. He's not going to catch us in second. This is ours for the taking. We're going across the line in P1. There we have it, and setting the fastest lap as well. So there we go, guys and girls. 3 races here at Laguna Seca, and we managed to actually get a P1, which I wasn't expecting. Not one of my greatest tracks. But there we go, 10 wins now, fastest lap and a pole position. So I hope you have enjoyed watching it. Please give us a like, give us a comment, subscribe if you want to see any more videos. And also drop your gamer tags in. If you ever want to race, you can see mine there. By all means, come and find us, and I'm up for a race anytime. So we will see you all again next time here at GT Sports Mates.